When deciding on what to speak about for this 5-minute presentation, it seems like I went from every topic from A to Z. What I decided to do instead was talk about the class itself. MBA 750 seems to be a totally different, unique class than anything I've taken in an MBA program at either Cleveland State University or Wright State University. First of all, it teaches you soft skills rather than the hard skills that are required in accounting or financial management. The soft skills, however, are the type that the hiring managers say are the most important things that they look for. Everyone should know how to do formulas. Everyone should know how to, if you're going into financial management, you should know how to do finance. So these soft skills will determine whether or not you're going to be a leader in a company and how high you're going to get in your career. But soft skills are also soft sciences. And the difference between a hard science and a soft science, they are both sciences. They use experiments. But there is subtle differences. For one, a hard science uses statistics and formulas to determine if hypotheses are correct. If those hypotheses are correct, then they move on and start using those same variables in other situations. If they're not correct, if the hypothesis fails, then they look at why it failed and then start using those variables in other situations. Whereas the soft science is totally unique in that it's more opinion-based. There is experiments, there is statistics that are used, but what occurs in the soft science is if the hypothesis fails, then we have to start over from scratch because it was more opinion-based. You can't use the failure of one hypothesis, since it's an opinion, and go on from there. However, if it's successful, if it succeeds, if the hypothesis is correct, then you're able to use those variables and move on like in a hard science. Biology, chemistry, physics, these are hard sciences. Sociology, political science, organizational behavior, these are soft sciences. Psychology, however, in our current historical time, is in the middle of the two sciences. Some schools view it as a hard science, other schools view it as a soft science, and that's why, for example, Wright State University, you can get a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology or a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Some schools only have a BS, other schools have a BA. It's moving into a hard science from a soft science. Biology, chemistry, physics, hard sciences today. But 300 years ago, when it first started by Mendel and other people, these were considered soft sciences because it was more based on opinion than anything else. So, going back to this class, MBA 750, it is a soft skill, soft science class. And even though I'm about to complain about the class, I do feel like if more of the classes in the MBA program were like MBA 750, then I would not be leaving the program at the end of this quarter. So at least I got to take this class, I got to experience it. I love Dr. DeWitt. I think the way he teaches is awesome. But again, I am going to complain a little bit about the class. First of all, the amount of work, I think, is ridiculous. I think to present 4, 5, 6 times, or however many times it is that we have total, is ridiculously high. I think that my wife made a good comment at the beginning of the course when I was looking at the syllabus. She said, this guy obviously doesn't want to teach because we're presenting so much, we're using all the class time. And that's what I thought, too, until I met him. Now that I know him and I know how well he teaches, I understand why we have to present so often. I understand what we're doing. But here's a good example, this 5-minute presentation. I was thinking, what kind of weirdo wants us to do a 5-minute presentation and upload it to YouTube? You know, I understand now he's not even going to view it. It's only us in our group. So that makes it okay. But it's just the point is, you go in, I came into this from marketing and financial management. It kind of worried me seeing all these different requirements that we have in this class. So anyway, to make a long story short, we got the presentation, 5 minutes, then we got to present to each other, another 5 minutes, then we got to present the final to the class. On top of that, we got to do a book report like we're in elementary school. And then we got to present that book report to the class. We got to do a group presentation, which is another, that's the third or fourth presentation we're doing in front of the class. We have weekly discussions that we have to do on WebCT. We have to read, we have to do a midterm in which we're going to write 6 long pages of handwritten material, and for somebody who doesn't know how to type, that's going to be kind of difficult. But 6 pages, I mean, your hand's going to be hurting at the end of it. But other than that, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a good class. I'm glad I took it. And again, I'm not trying to complain too much because I love the class and I love Dr. DeWitt, but that's my opinion.